안녕하세요. 오래간만이에요. 여러분은 내가 보고 싶었어요? I know it's been a really long time. I apologize. Life just got like life does, and sometimes I just can't keep up with YouTube for any extended amount of time. 리뷰들을 시작해요. Today we are doing a wrap-up video, as you guys can tell by the title. Now, these are in no particular order. I just kind of want to discuss with you guys what I have been watching. And I rewatched the first 7 episodes of Heirs because I've been in kind of a K-drama rut lately. And this is very natural for me. It happens probably once a year where perfectly good shows don't interest me, and the new shows coming out, even though they sound like entertaining enough, they just don't draw me in. And you know, I think it's a fatigue thing. Sometimes I just get tired by the constant supply of new content that Korea really blesses us with. In times like these, I really crave familiarity. I want to watch something I've already seen before, something that is not going to require a lot of brain power from me, and something I can just easily enjoy, because I am a viewer that actually really enjoys spoilers. For some reason, I was craving Heirs, so I watched the first 7 episodes of Heirs. I'm not going to give a very in-depth synopsis or anything like that because I have a full review right here, but if by some chance you are unfamiliar with the title of Heirs, it's considered a classic within the K-drama community, and it follows a commoner girl who is sponsored to go to a high school for the ultra wealthy, and there she's really fought over by 2 wealthy boys, and the series is truly about their rivalry and them growing as people. Her story and her personality are not really important. So if you really like the 2 male leads, you'll really enjoy this show. I stopped at episode 7 because to me the first 5 episodes are by far the best. So I watched a few more because I was still riding the high of the first few episodes, and by episode 7 I knew I wasn't going to enjoy the rest of the series like I did for the first bit. I already knew that, so I wasn't in the mood to try and slug through it again. So if you want to know more about my opinions on Heirs, like I said, it's right there. And we are going to talk about Love and Leashes next. Love and Leashes is a office place romance that follows our female lead as she gets into a consensual BDSM relationship with a coworker, and she is the dom. Juicy. What I love about this movie, first and foremost, is our male and female lead. They are by far the standouts of the movie. They are given the most characterization, the most screen time, and they're just absolutely lovable. You wouldn't expect a movie about BDSM to be described as charming, but that is what this show is. This movie is so charming. If you passed on it because you were worried that it would just be Korea's take on 50 Shades of Grey, that it might be too sexual for you, I know a lot of us watch K-dramas because we take comfort in the fact that there won't be crazy sex scenes when you're not expecting them, or, you know, anything of that nature. I would put your worries to rest because this movie is not about sex. This movie is about freedom and the freedom to express yourself and really like coming into one's own. This is a movie about identity, and I really enjoyed it. And that brings me to another huge pro for me with this movie, and is how it chose to introduce the audience to BDSM. It's a very easy and comfortable watch. Like, so all in all, Love and Leashes is a great rom-com if you are looking for, you know, that like classic rom-com that you would put on with like a slumber party with the girls or whatever you want a rom-com for. I would definitely check out Love and Leashes. It's got a lovable leading couple and a very memorable story. There's lots about Love and Leashes that has stuck with me, and I look forward to the day when I rewatch it. 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I want to talk about the one and only. I'm hoping not a lot of you guys saw that one community post I made over a month ago now, where I said the next reviews that I would do would be one for the one and only, and then also military Doberman, or whatever that title is. Due to, you know, life being life and just me being away from YouTube, I probably won't do those dedicated videos anymore, but I did want to talk about the one and only in this video. I won't be talking about the military Doberman one because I only made it like, I don't know, like 15-20 minutes into the first episode. So I made that post without having even watched the first episode, and I just thought, yeah, I'll definitely watch 3 episodes of this show. It's got an actor I love in it. Yeah, that didn't happen. Okay, anyway, so the one and only. I watched a total of 7 episodes. I binged the first 5, having really enjoyed them, but then episodes 6 and 7 slowed down in its pacing to the point where I was really bored, and then I stopped watching, and at this point I'm not going to go back to it. So our female lead is a woman who has lived an incredibly hard life, and she works very hard in order to support not only herself but her grandmother, whom she lives with, until she finds out one day in a really heart-wrenching scene that she is terminally ill. And I think they gave her only like 6 months to live. It might have been a year, but it's a very small time frame, and so she checks herself into an all-female hospice center. Hospice centers are places that, you know, care for you at the end of life. Everybody there is going to die fairly quickly. It surprises her and the audience when she forms a kind of found family relationship unit with the 2 other younger women at the hospice center whom she shares a room with. And not only that, is she meets our male lead there, who is actually a secret hitman, and, you know, romance ensues. There is a lot going on with the one and only genre-wise. It has slice of life, it has romance, it has action thriller elements, it has sicklit. Like, it's a lot. Now, sometimes these conflicting genres do work for the show, and it makes it kind of like this darkly quirky viewing experience, and there were definitely moments where I was impressed by the writing in the show I was watching. I would say this is something I haven't seen before. It's very unique. But at other points, I feel like these 2 or multiple conflicting genres, they don't work. They don't mesh well together, and it's a real hindrance to the pacing of the show as a whole. Like I said, episodes 6 and 7 really dragged for me, and that's ultimately why I decided to drop it. If I had to give the one and only a rating out of 5 at this point, after only watching 7 episodes, I would give it a mediocre 3. Okay, so last but certainly not least, I want to talk about 2521. I feel like most of you guys are familiar with 2521 because it's a recently concluded Netflix original K-drama that was very popular while it was airing. 2521 is a true coming-of-age story with a large, lovable cast who are beautifully written, all very fleshed out characters, but our female lead, who definitely, you know, pioneers the show. Pioneers? I don't think that's the correct word. She spearheads the show. She's a true female lead. Hey guys, Editing Marie. I just cut about 10 minutes worth of gibberish from this video because as soon as I started talking about 2521, it's like all English capabilities just vanished from my brain, and it was just like, good show, go watch. So I'm gonna try and condense and re-emphasize everything I was trying to say within the 10 minutes that I just cut. Basically, I think 2521 has very relatable characters, the entire cast. There's not a single cast member that I dislike. They're all just so beautifully written as fleshed out real people that the ones you don't like at first, you learn more about them, or the characters themselves interact more and they form understandings of each other in really wonderful scenes. the writing of the characters and how relatable and real these struggles are, because again, this is a coming of age story, so our characters are young at first. So they're dealing with that transitionary period between young adolescence to adult struggles, and it's just done so beautifully. I really commend all of the actors and actresses involved. I have a newfound love for the female lead. She's an actress I recognize, but I don't at the same time. Like, I can't think of other things that she's in off the top of my head, although I know she's been in things. So I think I will seek out some of her other work just because she's so good here. She's brilliant here, like just brilliant. And then our male lead is an actor that I have been interested in for a very long time, since I first saw him in 30 but 17. I think he was like a supporting character, I think the cousin or something in 30 but 17, but I really liked him then. I also enjoyed him in Startup, but I didn't think his character lent to full-on loving of the actor. You know, like, I think actors do the best they can with the role that they're given, and in Startup, he was very likable, but he didn't have the role. Here, he's got like the whole package, and I definitely really enjoy him. And oh my goodness, the romance is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. I just love how pure it is. Like, it's just pure love between the leads. I just love it. Like, not even just the female and male lead, but like the female friendships are really, really good. The camaraderie on the fencing team is great. Like, it's just a perfect show in my opinion so far. The story as a whole is beautifully written. That's all I can really say about this series at this point, because I've only watched 15 episodes. So far, out of all of the shows that I have mentioned, I do think that 2521 is a must watch for 2022. You may be wondering, has Marie not watched My Liberation Notes? I'm so confused. Why isn't it included in this wrap-up? And that's because I'm going to do a full first impression on it. I am caught up. Episode 8 just dropped. I already watched it this morning before I even got out of bed. It was wonderful. It was a glorious morning. I want to make a full dedicated video on it because I have a lot of thoughts about the show, both good and bad. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you so much for those of you who clicked on this video, because I know sometimes new videos can get lost in the algorithm after such a long time away. I hope to see you guys again very, very soon. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye.